following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Of course! Of course!
That's the human's name, is it?
Oh, is that what he is? Hard to tell from up here, you know. All look like little ants walking around.
Ah, I see.
Talking to a madman.
So you're a backer of the group?
Oh, I say, since you're having to take your sponsors off the side, what about putting the old Mandeville sponsorship on the edge?
I suppose I could do that.
Yeah, there we go. Papa's once told me when I was a young boy, if you do well, young Velociraptor, you can see your name in pink.
Just blinks at you.
It's Mandeville, like secret racing company now.
Got a logo or something I can...
Yeah, I'm just going to do that.
Give me a minute.
Open CAD program.
There's like a big logo in this disguise with the mustache. Like an actual mustache on the base. Just got it. It's like blowing a $sign smoke ring.
There we go.
It doesn't... Interesting, it doesn't mention the name at all, but I suppose the symbol's enough.
Mandeville.
Ah. Let's see what I can do to get this on here.
Thank you very much.
Commodore Mandeville.
Oh yes, of course.
I was going to go Lord
No, they don't go to say because
something.
we're still in the office with it.
What was your fake name again? Bevel?
Can you sort out the computer systems, please?
Absolutely.
So I guess I actually have to be... No, just that. Right in front of him. Just give me... So I guess I actually have to stop having fun and be serious now.
Only for this moment, please.
But I'm Turian.
Yeah.
It's a form of radiation. Fuck you.
I was trying to figure out a way to work an Admiral
Your
Crunch.
message from Alandria says...
everything?
It basically says, hey, sorry, I hope you're not on the way here already, but there's been a snag with zoning permits for the opening.
This
Yeah.
better not be our fucking Scooby Ghost pirate mystery.
So it's probably going to be delayed by hopefully no more than a week.
You'll sit back
She's
up.
got, Lilia was hoping to bring the whole team here anyway, and they can get here early next week. They want to...
If by
Do it.
next week, do you by any chance mean next season?
That depends.
I'll sit back up. Yeah, no problem.
And she's just got to want to use it as the resort as a kick-off for a party for their new player. So they thought they'd bring the whole team along.
I'm sure my team would enjoy meeting their team. Very much so.
Ask her if she's got a boyfriend.
And I suppose replied to message from Alandria. And the reason that happened was basically because of COVID knocking us out for it.
What COVID would that be?
Yeah, well,
The Wanaka case.
Oh, I rolled a 29 to...
You rolled a 29.
Well, I got to, I should say.
that's impressive on it.
I rolled a 16 to go over the vehicle with the mechanics and with Tess. And you should go over the guns, I guess. You know more about them than me.
Actually,
And you'll be operating them.
Tess can give you an assist. Yeah, there we go. So you get a +2.
Sweet, that makes us 31. Do I get assist from the mechanics? There's like, I don't know, probably 10 of them.
There's 4.
4. That's 4 is basically 10.
I'll give you a group assist. Yeah. Unless they rolled a 1, it was pretty hard for them not to.
At least half somewhere.
For your convenience and safety,
Yeah.
pacification in place
Seems like a pretty tight ship.
and tracking at this station.
Do any tuning I can think of. We obviously can't do anything big like installing that system I've been working on with other people or anything like
Now,
that.
I'm guessing you've got on your data pad a rundown of the rules and restrictions so you know the parameters that you're...
No,
You're restricted to.
well, the lines that we're bending to just fit into.
You might be able to get a little bit more power out of it, just more efficiency, essentially. So you're not that way. It's not breaking the rules. You just think you might be able to make the engine a little more efficient and get a little more power out of it. So
I'll do a quick little paraphrase of what we would be doing and present it to the mechanics. Do you think we could get approval for this?
Not your credit, Gus.
they look over it, and the chief mechanic basically says, "Well, okay, here's the thing. We could do this, and if it works, that's great. But if it doesn't, there's no way we'll be able to change it. We won't have the time to change it back before the race. So we have to be sure it's going to work."
Do we have time to give it a real
You already
test
get
before
that?
the race?
I'll find out.
I might already have it.
We could use one of our 4 hours, I guess, setting that up.
Aware of oncoming traffic in the access
We would be able to do a brief test and probably just fly through the first checkpoint and come back, and then it'll probably give us an idea.
If I fly it at as fast as I possibly can in that segment to stress it, should give us a good indication of if it'll
Check
have any issues.
number. Check
As long as you do it within, when you say it's hard as you can, I imagine you mean within safety and regulation
Oh, of course.
speeds. Because we don't want to damage
No, I
the
wouldn't.
ship.
I wouldn't want to damage your ship. I actually quite like your company.
I mean, if you're sure this will work, it's just,
Your convenience
doesn't.
and safety.
It's on my head.
Station
Yeah.
emplacements are active and tracking at this
I'll take the risk.
Okay.
You do realise that if you fuck up, they have to go work for that Batarian slaver.
I know. This is why it needs to be faster.
Welcome to our station.
So you also have to get Rose's sibling back.
Yeah, Rosa will be checking on the guns to see what sort of fields of fire the car actually has. But also placing a call to Tiala is what are the specifics of the race? Do we have to win? Is it strictly by time or is it by points?
May trigger a
The way the race works.
I have.
Yeah, but because
so
the
probably
one
have
that
it.
we agreed to, did we agree to?
How it works essentially is it's time based in a sense, but what it is points. Points negate time down. So as you get points, it takes time off your. So your total time is. They call it time. Well, I suppose it's a score, but it's your time, and then minus the points takes the time down. So the final score is, I suppose, not your real time, but that's how they gauge it.
Rosa is just taking this opportunity to check that the race's rules applied, and it's not just like, haha, I beat you one time, and that was all we agreed on.
Alright, yeah, a specific contract for this
So
race.
this is one of those races where the person who crosses the finish line first is not necessarily the winner.
Yes.
Huh.
classification emplacements are active and tracking at this station.
Oopsie poopsie.
Just some people will sometimes go for just the quickest route without the.
How do you
Going
earn
for the points.
the points?
Shooting the target.
Shooting targets.
Directly to your allotted
Shooting targets, cannons, mines.
I can't be there.
Increase it and making your computer system better.
For 4 hours, there's a limit to what I can do.
That's right. Now, shooting the cannons doesn't give you points, but it does mean
Be aware
because the way getting hit by the cannons works is that it slows you down. It basically negates the chance of you getting slowed. So it's just pertinent to shoot the cannons in order to prevent yourself being slowed down by counterfire.
loitering is a crime, punishable by death. Please make sure you have authorization before you enter the dock bay.
Yeah, there's one point where you can make a choice to either bypass an asteroid field or go through it. If you go through,
Be aware of
there's an additional checkpoint that will give you a speed and power boost.
Okay.
And there's another one where you can just
Blocking bay access is a crime.
you can just either take a shortcut or you can try and hit a target first that will give you a plus 50 points at the next checkpoint to either power shields or speed.
Loitering is a crime.
I'll lay out just the basics of the
Please make sure
the theoretical modification to the engine, because I know you're not a big engineer. And I'll just say, do you have a gut feeling on this?
I don't even really understand this. You're talking about like a few percentage points of.
Yeah, a more efficient engine. There's a slight chance it could cause an issue, and it might not be in our race that it causes the issue.
access corridor is designated a no
I'm not the person to ask about this. I'm only focused on winning this one.
Because I'm kind of
You know what I'm going to say.
50 on it. Ugh, I fucking rolled a natural 20 just to roll a 50-50 on myself, for fuck's sake.
Should have rolled that for fixing the engine. Here we go.
I hate that.
You hate that.
I'll turn to the engineer. Actually, I can't run the risk that it causes a problem with the engine. The race is too important.
Okay.
And of course it could impact your race tomorrow.
Well, we can easily undo the changes you've outlined here by tomorrow, but it's just we won't be able to undo them if it doesn't work in time for your race. It wouldn't cause damage, it would just, if it doesn't work, it looks like it would cause a power detriment rather than a boost. Like an increased boost, so.
I trust your work on this.
What does Best say?
Best thinks you should go for it.
What's your argument?
If you can get, like, that might be the difference you need to just beat this guy. Just you just have that extra power the whole way. That adds extra speed. And you'll just pull ahead of him, and you'll have more power to work with your shields and with your guns and everything. If you give it a tune up and it works, it'll give you an edge. It still falls within the parameters.
Alright, but I want you double checking my work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Checked your bay number.
And now I've rolled that 20 that I rolled. 29 again. I think
There
it's
you go. That's good. You got an assist from Tess.
up to 31.
And the engineers.
And the engineer.
That's 20 from the engineer, so
That's
that'll give
double
you a plus
assist,
4,
right?
Yeah. That's usually what I do with this. That's 20 for an assist. I'm like, plus 4 instead of plus 2.
That sounds like
35.
a good system. I might adopt that.
Yes. I'm immediately going to change it
Those
to...
D&D assists are a bit of a...
You got to
Different animal.
30...
They are.
Could be 35 with the plus 4.
That was, yeah. So you beat the DC by 15, so I'm going to give you 15 extra power.
I don't know if
That's
good.
That sounds useful.
Maybe I'll put this on pause. Because you wanted clogs and bowl.
I did that for Adrian. He listened.
I gave you a book. Shut up.
That was like a solid afternoon of raging.
Oh, yeah.
You will see on the conditions of the race that it does mention that he will have the
Yeah.
Roll on
roll on board at the very least.
There's nothing to stop the Sentinel just sweeping in, clipping his wings. Loghain leaping from one ship to another, doing a flip
Done that.
and an aileron roll.
You've done that already.
Yeah, landing on his ship, using his torch to cut through the upper hull,
His
killing
torch, eh?
Raoul with vacuum exposure, revitalizing him with a medical check.
Putting him in a damsel dress. Then
And then returning to the Sentinel while the Batarian stays on his ship and he's like, "Damn you, Velociraptor Mandeville! Damn you!"
This does, however, mean you can choose to take a third person on your ship because it is specified that all things are supposed to be equal.
You could do like electronic warfare, right?
I'm heavier than Tess.
You can't take tests though, because things might explode.
I have to stay here to be with her. For game of balance reasons.
For game balance reasons.
well, what about the pilot? She
Not
has.
allowed to.
She can't. Responses
Her
won't work.
pilot and the pilot and the navigator. Can't
I
get
think
involved.
because we were forced to take Tess with us, you have to take her.
But that means I get in trouble.
Yeah? And?
But then the SI,
Make sure she comes
will
back
murder
in one piece and Tess will love you because she got to go in an exciting
See,
race.
how it happens is,
And you
Tiala
can leave that engineer.
no, you can't take her. I turn around,
She's already in the ship.
and then the ship flies off, and Loghain. Sorry,
Can you
sorry.
say no to that?
Velociraptor. Where's Bess?
Squeaky toy away.
Can you say no to that?
Thank you,
Can you say no to Mr. Fluffles, who you have totally found?
Yes, I have found Fluffles. See him here with his new invisibility suit.
Can you take the suit off?
No, it's permanent.
Then it's not a suit.
And you can't feel it because it's balloonium.
Also,
It does.
also by having Tess on board, you could get perpetual +2 bonuses on various tasks.
You see
Which you're
what-
going to need given how your dice fuck you.
So while we're
Because she can back chair pilot and back chair navigate.
Let's be honest here, she's better than both of you put together.
Yeah.
yeah, I think the only thing she can't do is the gunning.
Because she's an NPC, so of course she is.
So while we're tinkering away on our modification, see, if anything goes wrong with this, it would be really handy to have another mechanic who isn't piloting to, put out any fires.
I was going to sneak aboard anyway.
Oh, okay, well, I don't have to suggest it. I don't get in trouble for it.
This means she's going to need a special cute racing outfit.
I don't have faggotry, I can't make that.
Tiala?
Are you implying he does?
Oh, so Velociraptor Mandeville, of course, would not.
That's absolutely right.
He would pay someone else to do it.
He has a guy for that.
Wait a minute. I'm inspired.
Remember, you don't know that I'm sneaking on board. It's a big secret.
I'm right here.
He's working on the computer.
I haven't started yet, apparently.
Hi.
I say, how small and cute it is.
I don't know how to help.
Jolly good exuberance! Computers now! Pip pip!
Remember, she's basically Yana.
That's right, Bessalariana!
Oops. Electrical tape.
Oh, here, and what's that, Lord Velociraptor. I'll show it.
Commodore!
Changing every
Commodore Velociraptor!
Velociraptor Mandeville III, Esquire.
Jesus!
Senior.
Junior,
You start the
senior.
third and senior.
Yeah, so I'm going to hijack the proceedings to be like, so computers. What's going on there, huh? Let's have a look at them.
Okay, like how computers roll.
Yay, computers, that stat that exists. Awesome. 21.
There you go. What are you wanting from the computer?
I just like.
Or you
I actually just wanted to have a look at them.
Yeah. I don't know if you were trying to improve of any efficiency.
No, I don't know what to improve yet.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it.
Like how efficient their code is.
It's definitely set up to be a racing ship. Like, very little in the way of frills.
So it does not, in fact, have a super efficient power switching relay shunt system that would be less clunky than the one they probably have in No Frills, making it more efficient to switch between different systems that they might need to distribute.
Like the power distribution.
Power management system, like an X-Wing, how that was kind of fucking clunky where you had to be like to get it.
It does have one set up, but it's mostly for guns because it's automatically set up to when guns are deployed in order to shift power more towards that.
In that case, my first task will be to try and create a super efficient management system that will reduce the amount of downtime in power switching and maximize the utility of the relays in hopes of getting you some kind of gravity boost. Those aren't allowed. He's going in the fucking cage, poor boy. Upper half.
Hey.
It's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so does anyone know what 19 plus a natural 20 is? Because I don't have that.
I was wondering what you were doing.
I was going to say, isn't that 39? But then you add a bit more because it's a natural. But
No. Okay, so would immediately become 34.
that's good.
It's okay.
So that's you work out a way that you could do that. It's going to have both a software and a hardware component. So
In that case, I'll interface with our highly trained, power-packed mechanical team.
I want to actually have Rosa have contacted Mr. Mandeville and just ask whether we can import the human VI targeting stuff so she's familiar with using the gun interface.
Capital idea, Bunty! Trishels!
Okay.
Velociraptor Mandeville! As we discussed on the ship prior to my departure.
Of course, Velociraptor Mandeville.
Yes.
The third.
Oh, I'm not adding that officially, but you guys can keep stacking stuff up as much as you want.
How can I assist you, Velociraptor?
Oh yes, I'm running a CBE 2055 interface over here. Can you comprise that human interface package down that we've set up for little Robeebers and squit it on over there for me to integrate into this, if you'd be ever so cleverly dashing and capable of that.
You will need to gain access to an extranet terminal in order for me to send data of
Beep.
that size. They do have one in the garage.
Beep.
Too. Sending.
Yes, capital! Jolly good! Cheerio!
I could get used to it. No one's around. I'm not electrical type.
So now there's an extra thing that has to be integrated into the...
I'll do that. I'll do that at the same time.
Are you going to do the hardware side of things as well?
Oh no, they can do that.
That's what I mean.
Don't ask my... Actually, I have a ton of repair. I have a ton of... Oh, Jesus Christ, I have a ton of repair. Because it was fucking necessary, wasn't it?
What's yours versus yours?
I had 16. It's not as good as my computer stuff. I left it behind because he came on board and she came on board and they were both repair monsters.
Yeah,
I was led to believe.
It's 16. Okay, I was going to say you get a +2 from the fact that you know what you're integrating from the software side of things as well, but you're still better. So it's up to you. Tess is going to give the bonus either way to assist.
I might as well do it because you're busy with that other thing. So I'll do both.
Tess assists.
Good.
Good thing you have high numbers.
So I get to 18.
You get to 18, so she gets to 20. Which is what you needed. So.
Everything I touch.
So that would actually...
Learned? Have you learned?
Let's see, what would that actually boost in the mechanics?
to make the enemy die
It
button?
would be you get plus bonuses to your basically your piloting and weapons when doing those switch changeovers, essentially. So.
Nick, once I've done that, I want to examine their anti-cyber warfare suite,
Welcome to our station.
Yeah.
and then, because they probably don't have one, put one in to stop in-race hacking.
Actually, no, what it would do is it would give you plus bonuses to initiative when dealing with like the cannons and stuff. That's actually what it would do. That makes more sense. Okay, now cyber warfare stuff.
Yeah.
Roll.
Okay. This is your chance.
Not making the
Was
most
that
of
the
the
3?
chances.
Or the 5?
27.
Okay. Unless something was like either high level security or higher, like police level security or higher, there's probably not much chance of this being. So military could get into this.
So what are the odds that he has
Special
backing
ops,
from
etc.
Batarian
I
military?
was just thinking like
That's-
Batarian
Yeah.
State Arms.
He
Or,
probably does.
Yeah, any high level security. Probably not the security around here, but anything that was like
like
CSEC
private
level.
security. Or,
Not even private security, like CSEC, like official.
You know,
Back
Batarian
security.
security.
Yeah, Batarian arms security systems, which is obviously what he's got. But I unfortunately don't think I can do any better, so... Which is typical. I think my usefulness to you all has ended. You can think of something else for me to do.
apart from running some simulations, I can't think of anything else for us to do either.
Well, once you get into the ship and we actually start running in the cockpit, Rosa's going to run you down on the terms that she would use for you need you to pitch the ship up or pitch the ship down to
assist with your gunning.
Yeah. So
actually,
like nose up by 5.
I
Turn
want
up
to do
by
a
7.
check on the weapon systems that he has previously been exhibited to have had, and I want to use my knowledge of weapon systems, being a military man, a military man, rolling the skills a military man can,
to harden the shields against that kind of energy.
to also program the simulation so that you will know, you will have a more accurate model of what might be coming at you. This includes like field cannons and that. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
And you do have Trish.
Because you said that you're liaising communications between each other.
So that she can tell him if she
I'll
needs
give you
the nose up or...
a bonus. I think it's another
Is that
bonus
tactics by some chance?
Yeah, I suppose that would be the closest thing.
23.
How about if just like he can make piloting rolls to assist with gunnery checks?
I won't be there.
Oh, yeah, that won't work.
Oh yeah, because that
Then
is
I know
another
your
thing.
lingo.
You'll have to know how to position.
Because there'll be locked fields of
Actually,
fire.
what I'll do is, because you've basically done this communications workout thing, I will say you can both assist each other. And
Shoot the guns backwards, make the ship go faster.
Or blow up an asteroid that's close enough that would shunt the ship sideways in a way that is predictable to him.
Rocket jump.
so you're working on a shield specifically.
I'm working on working out like the firing speed pattern and that sort of thing more accurately to improve a simulation for them, and also like getting the shields to getting a shield configuration that would be more. What's the word? Because they're not a shield; it's a kinetic barrier. Like more efficient against that kind of incoming damage type.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at doing.
Like for in X-Wing, the ability to double back.
Yeah, exactly.
Switch your deflector screens to double front. What do you think I run?
I'm attacking a Star Destroyer. Everything's in front shield.
+2 check to piloting rolls
Gonna help as much as
when
you can while I can do
targeted by enemy cannons. That's what that's going to do.
Neat, because I believe it is legal for you to shoot at each other.
I'm also going to basically, from your computer work, roll a D6 is probably the best one.
Cool. Oh god, which D6 do you want, guys? I've got so many.
One of the ones with a picture on it.
I like that's a skull for when we die.
Thanks for that.
This is one of my very nice guys. Oh, that one's coming out. Basically, he's got little writing I can no longer read. That's basically shoot them all that God sorted out.
Ah, nice.
1.
Picture.
Of course it is.
The one time I'm not doing a piloting roll with it.
Okay. 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 Okay.